You stepped onto a battlefield today. You probably didn't notice it because there were no sirens or marching armies. The attacks are entirely mundane. They come disguised as a stressful email notification, a trap of social media comparison, an unexpected bill, or a tense conversation you weren't prepared for. All of these daily conflicts target your joy. They use the drain on your patience and productivity as a smokescreen to reach your internal peace. Most of us lose this daily skirmish because we mistake our joy for happiness. Happiness is a fragile, reactive state, dependent on shifting circumstances. If your happenstance lines up perfectly, the structure stands. If it shifts, it falls. But true joy operates differently. When external blocks shatter, the core remains suspended, a proactive force anchored deep within your values, independent of what happens around you. When we rely on circumstantial happiness to keep us stable, we hand the steering wheel of our spiritual health over to a broken, unpredictable world. The first line of defense is categorization. We have to learn to look at external noise and negativity as temporary weather rather than permanent reality. Think about the physical sun. It represents your core spiritual self, burning with the light of God. This diagram shows what happens when economic uncertainty and daily frustrations hit. They act like these dark, moving layers. Storm clouds roll in and temporarily block your view of the sun, but they possess zero power to alter the sun's actual heat or light. You have the capacity to draw a clear psychological boundary against these negative events. You can acknowledge the reality of a difficult situation. You can see that it's raining, without letting that storm take up permanent residence in your heart. By accurately labeling negativity as passing weather, we strip the outside world of its ability to dictate our internal spiritual state. Guarding that inner state requires moving from defense to offense. Joy doesn't happen by accident. It requires the deliberate, daily discipline of cultivation. We often starve our own spirits by waiting for major life milestones, a big promotion, a dream vacation, to finally feel fulfilled. Actually, real fulfillment is anchored in micro-moments. It lives in the quiet stillness of the morning, the warmth of a simple cup of coffee, or a genuine laugh with a friend. Tending to this inner ecosystem also means regularly hitting pause to look backward. Take stock of your past resilience and the specific character you built fighting through previous battles. When you combine that reflection with gratitude, you create a powerful cognitive antidote to despair. This network diagram illustrates that shift. Practicing thankfulness rewires your focus, moving your mind away from these hollow, empty containers of what is missing and expanding it outward toward the abundance of beauty that is already present in your life. This brings us to the ultimate offensive strategy, outlined in Philippians chapter 4, verse 4. The scripture doesn't suggest we rejoice when circumstances cooperate. It delivers the command to rejoice in the Lord always. Applying that command means reframing how we see adversity. A spiritual mindset forces a setback to become a teacher and turns a closed door into a necessary redirection. Through daily cultivation, your internal ecosystem grows robust. Inevitable life crises stop acting as threats to your happiness and instead become the very fuel you use for spiritual growth. This is how you forge an indomitable spirit. You arrive at a place where your joy is anchored securely in purpose and grace, detached from the chaos of circumstance. The world will continue to push, test, and stretch you. The winds will howl, but a spirit rooted this deeply cannot be crushed. Your true joy is your personal, God-given possession. Never surrender it to the noise of the outside world. Guard your heart, protect your peace, and choose to walk in the love, goodness, and power of the Lord every single day. Thank you for joining Harmony Outreach Ministries with Pastor James L. Hyman, Jr. If you need support, please call our prayer line at 405-883-8312. Support our ministry via Cash App at $James L. Hyman, Jr. Like and follow us on Facebook and Blue Sky to stay connected. By taking active ownership of your internal joy, you replace passive reactions with a resilient, guarded faith.